Alright, y'all, so we're still a few days away from the banners dropping for part 2, but I'm very excited here. I want to go ahead and talk about it as soon as I possibly can. I mean, look at these arts, dude. They look so good. Oh, I was excited for part 1, but part 1 overall of the anniversary has been a little bit of a weird letdown. Funny enough, the same thing happened during GDC as well, where GDC, even though I would say GDC Part 1 is arguably better than Part 1 of the 11th anniversary here, this overall was still like, I expected a little more. So I hope Part 2 comes in full swing. I mean, GDC Part 2 announced 10 EZAs, so we could theoretically be seeing the same thing for Part 2 of the anniversary. We have to wait and see, but today we're going to be guessing what the banners are going to look like here. At least it's going to be a very accurate prediction for most of the characters. The 14th should be when these banners drop, just throughout the day depending on your time zone. It'll be earlier, like really early, like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. In the US, and then in Europe is going to be like, from 10 a.m. through, I don't know, like to 2 p.m. Like, it's going to be a wide range depending on where you are. But yeah, essentially with that in mind, we can go ahead and talk about the Dokkan Festival banner first. Now, it was confirmed to us that the Dokkan Fest banner would be the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta plus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, this character does start as Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which again makes sense. Vegeta 4 did need a new Dokkan event. The last time Vegeta 4 got a Dokkan event was the STR LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So, if you think about it in that way, if they're going to do this character, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta being the Dokkan Fest, does make more sense between the two of them. Though I wish that the Tournament of Power character was a Dokkan Fest, honestly. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm fine with this kind of GT character being a Dokkan Fest as well. I guess, to be fair, the last two GT Heroes characters were Carnival are, so maybe it's nice for them to get an actual Dokkan Fest for a change in terms of modern years. But we can go ahead and talk about, again, the next guest, which would be the banner unit. So in this banner, we got Majin Buu, which is pretty cool. A character not represented yet in game, of course, because Diamond in general hasn't been. And I was thinking about, okay, Shadow Dragon Saga banner unit, maybe it could be like all 4 of these guys, like Oob, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. Or like, Oob, Gohan, and Goten when they're fighting like Rildo. That could be a thing, potentially, right? I mean, we can't, I guess that wasn't really in the Shadow Dragon Saga, if I'm not mistaken, but we can't really guess what we're gonna see from the banner unit here. They've done a lot of GT over the past few years. Like, what other banner unit could they really do? I'm sure they could find something, but this is where I'm I think this makes sense to me as a banner unit character, just because it's something that hasn't been done yet, and having 4 characters in there, well, it would be a little strange. I think it could definitely work out. Or it could be a single named character. Maybe it could be Gohan GT, and they're like, yeah, here's a Gohan, and then the rest of these guys join in. Maybe they have an EX super attack or something crazy. I don't think they would, but you guys kind of get my point with that, where a banner unit between one of these guys, just them all together, then it's just one named character. I think that makes sense to me. Next, we do know that, again, we could see here the SGR Blues are returning, so at least for the Part 1 banners. Part 2, we should get Omega Shenron. Now, this guy is still pretty good. I think Omega Shenron is still very impressive in many different fights. I mean, we can think of the different fights right now. Not so Max, unfortunately, but the Bio Broly fight, the Gamma's fights, we could say the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima Vegeta fights, this guy does really well in as well. This guy does great in the hybrids fights. This guy is so good in Goku Black and Zamasu. He is just good in most fights in the game that are difficult right now. Maybe he could have struggles in Tamagami. I actually haven't ran this guy in the Tamagami fight, but there's a lot of attack debuffers, so I feel like there's definitely a team build where you could get through with Omega Shenron for sure, right? Because Tamagami 3 can be attack debuffed, and this team has lots of attack debuffs, right? So that's good. But this guy still really great villain leader skill, just overall is going to be powerful. Yeah, no, I mean, he is a good character. Now, will he age as well as the Blues in Part 1? No. but this guy's still a good character, so that's really nice to see. We're gonna skip over the TUR. So now next we have the 10th anniversary Super Vegito. So of course, in contrast, we should have the 10th anniversary Super Gogeta. Now, a lot of people would argue that the Super Gogeta version of the suit cards aged better than the Super Vegito version. I feel like they're both still a little better than people give them the credit for. The real issue is that we don't have long fights, like in terms of like the hardest fights right now. They're all like, you know, 4 maybe 5 turn fights. And with that in mind, it's like it's difficult to get these characters, I guess, like stacked up. And especially like I feel like Vegito does want the Angel Vegeta stacks like defensively at least 1 or 2 like turns, just for him to kind of look a little better. Well, at least with Gogeta, you could say, hey, you know, you get Vegeta out, and then like if you get Vegeta's turn 2, you can float him off, and then you get Super Gogeta, and then this guy still has like 80% reduction plus the guard. Then he also has the Rainbow Orb changing and the shoot support buff. Like, it's pretty good. Super Gogeta is still quite impactful. I mean, you could, again, I would say I see more people using the Super Gogeta card than the Super Vegito card, especially for like, you know, supporting runs. And you know, again, the active skill is going to age better than Vegito's because it's a supportive active skill. And again, with how his kit works, he is gonna over time in long fights age a little better than the Vegito card would. And I feel like we always knew that, but like we're kind of starting to see that already, if not just like have seen that already. Next here we have the Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, so we should be getting the physical Super Saiyan trio. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These guys suck now. We're pretty much at this point waiting for them to eventually get an easy A. I mean, if you're doing like a, I don't know, like an infinite Dragon Ball story or something like that, or history, I believe is what it is. Like, sure, like these guys are good in like lower level content at this point, but you're not going to be bringing them into the hardest fights in the game unless you're using items. If you're using items, you could have fun with this character still. I mean, their animations are really good. They have a nice leader skill. Like, they still will lead a lot of characters. It's just that, you know, in terms of like just pure strength and raw strength, they're definitely not the character you're looking for. So after that, we have Beast Gohan was on the part 1 banner. So in contrast, we should be getting physical AGL Super Saiyan Broly. Again, with this guy, he's a 9th anniversary character. He's 2 years old. In a year from now, he will pretty much easy A. So I guess you could tell he's not really that good right now. I mean, he has no reduction in his case, as pure guard. That's how old you could tell this character is, because nowadays characters get like tons of guard plus damage reduction. This guy doesn't have that. Now, again, his animations are spectacular. One of the better animated characters I think this game has released. Like, if we're talking about like best animations, this guy, his 18 key is so good. This guy's 18 key is just really, really good looking. Like, dude, this guy had crazy animations, man, on release. Arguably, like, you could say this guy had the best animations on his release, dude. Like, they looked so, look at that, dude. That looks so good, dude. Yeah, that was peak. That was peak. This Broly, I can't wait for his EZA. He's going to be a very exciting EZA for me personally. I can't wait for this guy to EZA. After that, we have the Super Saiyan Goku, or Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So, of course, in contrast, that should be the GT Spirit Bomb. These guys will be getting an EZA, so again, can't really judge them for what they are right now, because we know they're going to get an EZA. Like, that's going to happen this celebration. Like, within the next 3 weeks, these guys will already be EZA-ing game. In terms of how exactly good they are and how applicable they'll be, we'll see. But I assume these Spirit Bombs will be some of the hardest hitting attacks in the game. And this guy is already giving 8 key and 80% attack support. Actually, that could be really good for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. 8 key support? No, they're not in his full leader scope, but yeah. I think that's cool. Obviously, they're going to be a nice option for the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. I mean, they should share quite a bit of links with them. They won't share Super Saiyan, but I assume they'll have, again, GT, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I don't believe a lot of Super Saiyan 4s have these links, though. pretty much, I mean, it's this guy, but I don't think most other Super Saiyan 4s have this link. But once we like, yeah, it pretty much does a very small amount of these guys. So after that, I feel very confident that these four, like these, I said these four, that like this is gonna be the banner unit, of course, but like these LRs are all gonna be in the banner, like for sure. Like I think that's guaranteed to happen. And Omega as well, of course. Now the 3 banner units, right? I say banner units, the 3 TURs could really be a lot of characters, and that's not something we're able to accurately predict, unfortunately, because it's like, I mean, it could be, we saw, you know, of course, part 1's Full Daima. It could be TURs from the Tournament of Power, honestly, or from GT, because I think they could realistically mix and match. Now, if we're gonna assume it's just only GT TURs, like likely will be just Dokkan Fest. Of course, I don't think they'd put any banner units on here. I think Tech Pan makes a lot of sense. Her getting an EZA would be interesting. I mean, if we want to talk about EZAs, I feel like we could reasonably expect Tech Pan and Physical Angel Golden Frieza to be on the banner. Again, it's not like a guaranteed thing that they're going to EZA, but they're some of the oldest characters without an EZA, especially this Physical Angel Golden Frieza. The only issue is that last time, like for the part 1 banners, they didn't have the EZAs on the banner, so that's why it's like not 100% of a given thing. I feel like at this point, I think before I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be pretty sure that they're on the banners. Now they introduced that like bait banner, this one right here. Where is it at? It's not even in here, but there's like a new bait banner. I think if I bring up Dokkan info, we'd be able to see it. This one right here, where the part 1 EZAs were on. Again, this is the Japanese version Meetup Celebration Carnival. So like, I assume they want to do the same for part 2, but we can't really say 100% guaranteed. So that's the only thing. I feel like these 2 will be in the banner though. Then the last one, like, maybe it could be Super EZA. Like maybe it could be Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. Like Tag Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Or maybe they save these guys for another banner. Just cause, and then they put like the Super EZA Super Saiyan 4s on the banner, like the where is it at? Where are these guys? The oh yeah, they'd actually be at page 1. They could just throw these 2 on the banner, or into Gogeta 4. Like there's a lot of characters that they could just put on there. Maybe they put into Goku. Will this guy get a Super EZA? I think into Goku Super EZA is like not out of the question. Dude, into Goku Super EZA would be awesome, man. It's not out of the question. There's multiple options. Just keep that in mind. Next, we can go to the Carnival banner, which I don't think I have it pulled up. I do have it pulled up. So the Carnival banner here is not as easy to guess even. I would almost say that it's like the same kind of like difficulty at the last few spots, but most of the banner, we know what's going to happen. So again, the UI Goku Ultra Instinct Sign and the Evolution Vegeta is going to be the brand new LR. Duh, right, we knew that already. Now, in comparison to Rose returning, we should have Super Saiyan 4. Oh wait, I'd search that gap. You'll see. Super Saiyan 4 AGO Gogeta should be returning. This guy's still really good. I feel like he gets a lot of flack, and whilst there's places he could be a little, you know, potentially weak against normals at times, he's still able to dominate, I think, most of the fights. Like, he doesn't, like, you're not, bringing him is not a throw option by any means. You know, we're going to get more GT Heroes characters. So, with that in mind, his intro is going to be a little easier to proc. And, you know, maybe even the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku STR, like, the new character. I'm stupid. The way I said that. The new Daima Goku team, this being up more often will be really nice for him. In general, though, he's going to work really good with the new GTLR. He just has a great link set in general. Even with like a new UI Goku, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, he's going to link really well with that guy. This guy's great. This guy's still really good. I think he gets overhated. Next, we should actually see this guy return. The reason why we know that this guy will return instead of the other 10th anniversary Lars is because, again, we saw Evolution Blue Vegeta and Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan came back on that, you know, bait banner that we just talked about. Frieza and Goku were on the part 1 banner, which is interesting because they could have maybe returned that character on the part 2 banner. And since it's a Tournament of Power banner, but whatever. This guy's going to be on the actual banner, though, which is really nice because I mean, you could argue this is the best aged 10th anniversary LR. This guy still has tons of value, and guess what? He's a dodge character, so that makes a lot of sense, right? Dodge, just like not taking damage, right? It just, these dodge characters are gonna age better throughout time, but also he still has the gradient mechanic, which will cancel out super attacks. Like overall, very, very good. This guy is still quite impactful, I think. And you know, I use him in runs to this day. Like this guy was just like fantastic design character. Then we should have the Super Saiyan Gohan teen return in kind of the same fashion that Tech Broly did come back. I mean, I'm not sugarcoating it. This guy does suck. Standby character that won't EZA for until like 2027. Yeah, pretty much like 2027, maybe, if not like during 2028, maybe even. Like, this guy's not gonna EZA for a while. He just stats and guard. Actually, yeah, he has guard right here. He does have a 50% dodge chance under 77% HP. And if you do get a standby, he is able to be quite tanky now. 77% reduction plus guard plus this. But it's like, good luck getting the standby. I don't know. Like, this guy, it's really his first like Super Saiyan Gohan form that's like, you know. Next we have physical Super Saiyan Gogeta, who should return in replacements of the next LR, which is the Gammas. I do see people use this guy like to this day in like very long content. You can get away with this guy. He stacks up his defense. When you go into blue Gogeta, he does have the guaranteed dodge target skill turn. He's rainbow aura changing. He has a ton of healing. Like, this guy's kit again is another well-aging kit. You do need, like, again, longer fights for this guy not to get demolished instantly, but he's able to hold his own. Honestly, like, I'm a bit surprised that this guy's aged as well as he did, and he has really good animation, so that's really nice. Now for the rest of the banner, I mean, I would assume like they have the Super Saiyan Trunks here, so I guess future Gohan would return. Sure. I mean, I don't think he was on the, was he on the In Future Gohan banner? I don't think he was, right? That's the only thing I could see where he doesn't return if he was on this one, but I don't think he was. No, it was, yeah, these two Gotenks and then this guy. So SDR Future Gohan could return here. I think that makes a lot of sense, because it's like, why else would they put Trunks there, honestly? So seeing this guy come back would be pretty interesting. And he's like, okay, it's kind of it. I mean, I like this character, like personally, like aesthetically, but I'm not going to say he's a good character by any means. Then again, we could talk about banner units on here. Like, it's going to just be 3 T-Wars. It could really be anyone. Sub EZAs even. Like, maybe the return, I don't know, the very old, like these two right here, the Gohan GT, Goten GT, Trunks GT, Goten GT, like they could return these guys. I mean, they could return some of these sub EZAs we got recently during the TDC celebration. It would be so funny if they returned this guy. These two. Maybe like these 3 right here would return, because they're on, I believe they're all on Shadow Dragon Saga. Yeah, they threw a bunch of these like Baby Saga T-Wars on Shadow Dragon Saga for whatever reason. Maybe Tech Sin returns. Actually, Tech Sin would low-key be a nice return for the Omega Shenron team. That would actually be a decent character to return. Tournament of Power, again, they could like bring back any of these really old banner units. Maybe these two get a sub EZA and they return these two in the banner. I mean, it would make sense, again, to be more TOP focused, but can't really say 100%. From here, that's kind of it. I mean, there's not much to say else about these banners. I think overall they look good from what we know. There's a lot of really good heavy hitters, especially at the top. It does falter out a little. We need to see like the Carnival banner. I mean, to be fair, this Carnival banner really faltered off after the first two. I mean, Tech Broly was good. It's kind of like the same, where I feel like the Carnival banner, because they, unfortunately, this banner is just worse off because of what they did. Like, if we had like Kid Gohan or Kai Goku on this banner or Part 2 banner, it would be way better, but no. I mean, we have SDR Carnival Goku got his EZA, but it's not really good enough. This guy's nice, but like, I don't know why they did that to the banner. And then this as well, I think this banner is still going to be quite good, because a lot of the really good Dokkan Fest are still on here, but It could have been a bit better potentially if they put full R's maybe, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see what EZAs are coming that could be on this part 2 banner. Makes it look overall well-rounded, but let me know what y'all are thinking. Who are you guys gonna summon on first? I'm very interested to know, and I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.